Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with episode number 7 of our League of Champions series. Exciting episode here. We're working our way back up the table, taking it one game at a time, just trying to kind of put ourselves in a better position than obviously we started off in the season. First game here is going to be against Gladbach, a good team out of Germany. Not really too many big name players in the squad, but definitely a good squad. As a whole, there's really not like one spot that's just overly shining the rest of the team. In terms of transfers, as we're coming near the end of January, they're not really looking to bring any players in. They're just not one of those teams. They're more of a team building from within and using their scouts more so than going after transfers. But their big, I guess, transfer mark that everybody's kind of questioning, as you guys see Alexis Sanchez just bodying people, bullying people off the ball in the box and just scoring a beautifully worked goal, solo goal, just a solid goal all the way around. But the big news, I guess, from Gladbach right now is obviously Xhaka. I think that's how you say his name. You guys know who he is, the 81 rated midfielder. One of the slower midfielders in the game, but definitely one of the better midfielders in the game. His long shot's ridiculous. Amazing player in real life, a lot of potential he has coming up. As you guys see, the second goal going through in the first half, taking a 2-0 lead. Playing really well in this game. So, he's a big Arsenal target right now, although supposedly there hasn't been contact made, which is a little understandable considering we just signed another midfielder. So to sign Xhaka right now is a bit questionable from an Arsenal point of view. Chelsea's also interested in him. He's very excited to play in the Premier League. He wants to play in the Premier League, but honestly, I think that Arsenal would be a good team for him. He has said in the past that he does want to play. Supposedly, he's even contacted Francis Conquelin to basically ask if he'd be able to keep the number 34 if he came into the squad, which Conquelin said he would change his number if it came down to that, and he really wanted the number 34. So, just a little bit of banter there between the two players. So, do I really think he's going to come into the squad? I don't really see him coming right now. There's not much of a reason for him to. I don't think he's going to be a starter in the squad. We have way too many really top tier players. I mean, he could definitely work his way into the squad. There's no doubt about that. But he would not be playing week in, week out. It's just not going to happen. The fourth goal coming in here, a little bit of a deflection, but a nice goal to get from Oxlade-Chamberlain nonetheless. And this game is going to actually end 4-0. Just a wonderfully played game. Everything just seemed to have been working for me this game, which made me feel great because, with a few games here and there, it haven't been going that well. So it was good to see that this one just kind of everything was working for me and we were just firing on all cylinders. So good to get that goal difference up as well. But like I said, they're really not a team that you're going to see out buying a lot of players. It's really just a team that needs to hold on to as many players as they can. In terms of Xhaka staying, Gladbach obviously want to keep him at all costs, which is understandable. If you want to build a team, especially the way that you do in Germany by using your youth squad as much as possible, bringing them up into your first team, you have to be able to, I guess, not be too interested in the massive price tags your players are going to pick up. You have to be willing to keep your players at all costs, and are they able to do that? I'm not sure. The positive side for them is that they're not a team that is going to go out of their way and buy a bunch of players. So do they really need all that money? Not necessarily. But at the same time, would they like to get this money in for Xhaka and then turn around and buy another player? Absolutely. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out and if he does end up leaving. I don't think he'll leave in this window. I believe he will leave in the next window if he does end up leaving. So It'll be interesting to see, like I said, how everything goes through, but I wouldn't expect the move to happen yet. I would expect, just wait until the summer. He's going to get all the offers in the damn world. He's an incredible player, young player, has a lot to grow, and he definitely, I think he needs to be on a team where he can grow. I think his potential will get a little stunted playing in this squad because I don't think he has anyone to look up to teach him how to play in a bigger squad. So, Bayern Munich, Arsenal, Chelsea, all really good options for him. Coming into this next game, coming up against our English counterparts in Manchester City. Little worried coming into this game, even though I just won the last game 4-0. You can only take it one game at a time at this point. Obviously, great team. Aaron Ramsey, beautiful shot. The main reason I took that shot is because the first 30 minutes of this game, I could not get the ball into the box for an actual opportunity. So it felt like I had no chance in actually scoring. So, I was like, you know what? Let me just take Aaron Ramsey, put him on his right foot, and just take a shot, take a hit, see what happens. Almost worked out for me. Petacek played out of his mind in this game. And then, it's always nice to have the goalpost on your side as well. So we were able to keep it 0-0 going into the second half. Manchester City, surprisingly, hasn't really been connected to many realistic targets when it comes to this window, which makes me think they're not going to be doing business this window. I mean, they could always pull something out. Like, nobody ever saw the Delph move coming. It just kind of popped out of nowhere because everyone is too focused on their bigger transfer targets. Obviously, they're quote-unquote connected with Messi. Never going to happen. Neymar, not going to happen, at least not right now. He's way too interested in doing what he's doing with Barcelona. I think he'll definitely move to the Premier League in the next couple of years, just to kind of separate himself from Ronaldo and Messi, which could end up having a return to La Liga if he does leave for the Premier League at some point. So beautiful goal again from Alexis Sanchez. He pressures the ball even if he doesn't score that first time. He's always looking for the follow-up, which puts him in really good positions. So like I said, I don't think Neymar right now is going to leave. I think he could leave at some point. I just don't think right now is the time for him to leave, especially because for him to come to the Premier League, as you guys see this wonderful goal, incredibly irritating goal to concede, but whenever it's Aguero, you just accept the quality of player that scores on you. When it comes to Neymar right now, I mean, they'd have to pay an absurd amount of money. I mean, people are talking double of what Real Madrid paid for Gareth Bale, which, was more than what Real Madrid paid for Ronaldo. So that's just a lot of money, which I know both of them are kind of desperate to get back to the top of the table and return to their winning ways. But, I don't see that much money getting used, especially in a January transfer window. So I think he definitely has a good chance of coming to the Premier League in his career. I think he will definitely do it just to separate himself from Messi and Ronaldo, and that he can get a little bit more spotlight. He'll be playing in a harder league, so people will quote unquote respect it more, and he'll be able to have a better opportunity of winning a Ballon d'Or while the two Messi and Ronaldo are still playing and not retired. Because after they're retired, I think Neymar can definitely win 2 or 3 Ballon d'Ors. I think he definitely has it in him. He's shown it playing with Messi, without Messi, depending on whether he's been injured or not. So Neymar, definitely one of the greats. He's definitely showing it now, and he's definitely going to show it in the future. Don't expect him to be going to Man City this window, though. Maybe not even in the next window, honestly. Possibly the window after that is kind of maybe when I would see him go, if not in I guess the summer of 2017 would be the most realistic, in my opinion, of when he would leave. This game is going to come down to a 2-2 draw, so still nice not to lose a game. A little disappointing to have it go out in a shootout 4-goal draw, but it is what it is. We fought back twice to make sure that we did draw this game So coming into this next game against PSV, definitely wanted to look for a win, especially after that draw, to make sure that we do keep on moving up the table and progressing in this league nicely. Don't want to get too complacent with this mid-table kind of obscurity where we're not really sure where we're at in the league. So coming into this game, PSV also, one of those really good youth squads in my opinion. If they were to ever hold on to their players and just let the players grow with themselves, would they ever turn into true world-class players? Me personally, I don't think so. I think players do need to move, play with better players, play with the legends, play with older players that can teach them things for them to truly progress. So, it's not really realistic to sit here and say that they need to hold on to their players, but like a player like Memphis Depay, I don't think was ever going to stay. Let's be honest. I don't think a lot of their players, even Bergwijn, I could see possibly leaving here in a couple of years. Um, if they were to spend the money to bring in an older player to kind of teach them some things, or even get more of like a player manager type, Alexis Sanchez. This entire episode, it's all about Sanchez. He just scored beautiful goals in all 3 games. Just an incredible player for me right now. He's playing incredibly in form. Really excited to have him back in the squad this weekend, going up against Chelsea. Um, so it'll be exciting watching him this weekend, especially him and Mesut Ozil both playing in the squad against Chelsea to kind of see where we're at in the league. But getting back on with PSV, it's a little disappointing seeing Memphis Depay leave PSV. I think he definitely should have stayed probably for another year, but he's doing well at Manchester United. I mean, I think his tackle percentage in the Premier League is over 50%, not by much, but over 50% nonetheless. As you guys see, red card here. A little bit of a cheeky tackle against Sanchez, giving us the opportunity to take this into a 2-0 lead, which we are going to take, and putting us in a good spot to grab all 3 points from this game as well. I don't see PSV losing players or buying players this window. Simple as that. They're just not one of the teams that I think that's going to happen. Mainly, they, like I said, they're not really a team that's going to go out and buy players. Maybe they will with that Memphis Depay money that they got, but I just don't see it happening. At least not that big name of a player. So maybe a couple youth players here and there, picking up players from to slowly grow into the squad. That's about it. Other than that, players leaving, I don't see them doing it because I think they want to make sure that they can lock up the league this year, and they don't want to hurt their squad right now. I think during the summer it's kind of the best time to go after PSV players, and we'll definitely be seeing that again. So wrapping up the episode, this game is going to come down to a 2-0 win for us, so grabbing a solid 7 points from the episode. I guess the idea of this episode, or what you can take away from this episode, is all 3 teams are the same, even though the money changes between the team. None of them, I don't think, are going to do anything this window. I think all of them have the options of doing stuff in the next window, but right now I don't think any of them are really in a good place to make business this transfer window. So if you guys did enjoy the episode, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. A-Bar Career Mode will be up tomorrow, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. But until then, I'll see you guys later.